Star finally addressed the situation, and admittedly, players are still unhappy. And there's a reason as to why that is that we're going to go ahead here and cover. Now, it is no understatement to say that appeasing the gacha community, the entirety of a gacha community, is a daunting task. It is. There will never be a single moment where all sides of the community are happy. But in this instance, a couple days ago, I believe it was the 23rd to 26th as of recording this video, they made an open letter addressing their players, where they went on to state that they are aware that players had greater expectations from both them and the game, but that they were also going to refine the experience. They addressed the fact that players were very upset that players had issues with the game, and that they were going to attempt to make some kind of change. Unconfirmed what kind. I replied to this saying it's a great first step. Now all they need to do here is own up to the issues that players had, address the issues, the gacha rates, the pull currency, the lack of a live 2D skin. And I will point out here what I meant by the lack of the live 2D skin was the banner pass skin, because it's literally just a wallpaper and doesn't even affect the character model in game. Then they went silent for a couple days until this tweet right here, released on October 26th, early this morning. It was not even 12 hours ago, where they went on to state, following the launch of the Stellar Ascent event, increase your authorization level to earn up to 12,600 Stellanite dust, permanent after maintenance. So you'll continue to accumulate pulls, free pulls, essentially, just by leveling up your account. This is relatively easy and very painless. Now, I think this is another great step in the right direction, but at the same time, the issue that players had with the game wasn't that we didn't have enough pulls necessarily. That's a very minor issue. The issue that a lot of players had was that long term, we are going to have a very significant issue with not only the pull currency, but also the pull acquisition, the in-game currency acquisition, and the lack of free-to-play friendliness. Because in the grand scheme of things, sure, it costs 3,000 Stellanite dust to do a 10 pull. So this is what, 12,000 total? Yeah, that's 40 pulls or 42 pulls in total. That's crazy. That's actually, like, they gave a 10 pull with this announcement, which is great, but then they're giving just another 40 pulls. This is a permanent event, but it's only a one-time thing. A one-time thing. Once you have consumed this, the same fact remains. The same issue remains present. And that is that we're still gonna have troubles moving forward because the rates are egregiously priced. 3,000. You earn barely anything in game. The fact that you can go several 50-50s without obtaining the character beyond the 120 guarantee is obnoxiously bad, especially when the pull currency is as bad as it is. So they're essentially not even addressing the issue. They're saying, we hear that your issue right now is that you're not receiving enough pulls, that you can't pull for the characters. Okay, here are a few 10 pulls. That'll shut you up, and that's it. And that isn't the case. This is they're severely overlooking what the issue is, and this is a band-aid fix for a much larger issue. I appreciate this. This is very much so going to aid a lot of players obtaining maybe one more character that they want. Probably not. It's only 40 pulls. Let's be real here, but the larger picture still escapes them. Now, let's go ahead here and see what people are saying. I did see that Guitar Rock made a tweet, where the Star haters at? And he definitely got some criticism in it. I don't think it's Star haters that were the problem. The cost of the monetization is just way too high. Would anyone spend $100 for under 30 pulls? Not to mention the monthly pass, which is where most games make their money, only giving you 9 pulls per month. Pointing out one of the most greedy monetization is hating now. Guitar, if you see the side of China China, you'll know instantly the future of this game is kind of bleak. Only stringing of hope is JP. So many security vulnerabilities. It's actually insane the amount that was leaked. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. It's just a band-aid. It's not the cure. I'm pretty sure the issue, the low currency income, will still plague the game. It's unlikely they will do that kind of stuff for every single event. It doesn't fix the core problem of expensive gacha systems and rates. If they increase the amount of gems we can get through endgame, etc., maybe it's okay, but for now, we can only wait and see. The 12K sounds great, but what happens after that? The main problem with the gacha is still not fixed. They're literally just throwing you a bone and you're happy to chew on it for the moment. No actual change to monetization. That only lightens things up at the beginning. The problem will still be the same. The shots are too expensive. That's what needs to change. See, 40 extra polls means nothing until we know the poll for this is not a fix. This evidently, you can scroll through all these comments. People are not happy. People are not happy on the official Stella Sora tweet. People are not happy on Guitar Rock's tweet. I've talked to Guitar Rock a bunch of different times. He seems like a solid guy, but at the same time, it doesn't matter if you're well-liked, well-regarded, loved, hated. People don't care. They see this and they immediately know the truth. And the truth is, this is a band-aid fix in the short term, but not a long-term fix. Now, as an addendum to this, to add on to an already very disgruntled player base right now, they announced that a new character was coming with new events. The brand new 5-star Trekker Shia, the brand new 5-star Runic Disc Ripples of Nostalgia, and a new 3D appearance, Lingering Sunlight. So looking at her, like, dude, she is fucking hot. Like, seriously, goddamn. Some of these characters in this game are ridiculous. They're absolutely insane. But they're getting some backlash here, such as, if you guys are going to release new characters this close back to back, giving us temporary polls will not be enough. Gacha is still 3,000 gems for 10. Players are a little bit upset. Well, I mean, clearly they're still mentioning the main issue, which is this, but they're also mentioning the fact that it seems like the character is a little close to release, which means that they don't really have the currency necessary to pull for her without spending an exorbitant amount of money. So on the one hand, players thought this was a giant nothing burger. They thought that this was not even addressing the issue, not even admitting that they understood what the issue was. Then here, this is a band-aid fix. This is not a fix to the game. It's just them throwing out a few 10 polls. And then here, they're releasing a brand new character for people to spend money on so soon after release, which is, again, them completely disregarding the issues at hand. That is literally just what players need is not a free few 10 polls. What players need is an overhaul of how you obtain polls, the rate at which you acquire polls, and how much the polls cost. That is it. That's genuinely it. One aspect of the game, the gacha, is all that needs changed for this game to become a resounding success, because this game is very good. The gacha is not. But since this is a gacha game, gacha is a core aspect of it. If the gacha is not good, the game is not fun. And if the game is not fun, nobody will play it. It is just that simple. This needs to be fixed. This is a band-aid, and this character is releasing way too soon. It's no wonder players are upset. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.